and welcome to the Mortal Kombat Minute, the podcast where we analyze, criticize, and memorialize the 1995 film Mortal Kombat, one crashing minute at a time. I'm Phil Casper from philcasper.net.
I'm Spanish from GameFixShow.com. I almost forgot who I was for a second.
And we are on minute number 16. This minute starts with Johnny Cage spotting Liu Kang on the deck of the boat, and ends with Shang Tsung introducing himself to Sonya Blade.
Yes. Well, we first have, this is kind of a funny, I don't know, it's weird because obviously
Johnny Cage is there like waddling.
He's got all he's got his luggage,
his suitcase and stuff.
Yeah, he's got all his luggage, of course. And he sees Liu Kang, and he says, "Hey, you!" Pretty much, kind of like talking to him because obviously in the past minute, Liu Kang threw his luggage in the water. So I'm sure he was just trying to give him a piece of his mind, if you will. But as he was doing that, he was run into by Sonya Blade. But like, it wasn't even a run into; it was like a body check, like a hockey body check.
And she comes like running off screen and just bowls into him.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know where she was going.
Yeah, where was she running? Like, because when she hits him, there's like a moment where she kind of looks over the bow of the boat, like the side of the boat.
She had so much momentum behind her.
Yes.
Like she just almost like threw herself back overboard.
I don't know if it's port side or I don't know what side it's on, but
I can't remember all these marine terms.
We can't really, because I was trying to figure out like what side of the boat they're on, but you can't really tell which way they're going. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know.
I think forward is. I think we're looking backward. We're looking aft. I think that's what it's called. We're looking towards the back of the ship.
Okay, so then. So what's the left side? That's starboard, right? Left side starboard? I don't remember. Sure. I don't remember.
There's starboard, and then there's port side. Yeah. Right. Starboard and port. But yeah. I think they got bowled over to starboard.
Okay. Okay.
I can't remember. I'll get yelled at by Navy people soon.
That's okay. I'd rather be corrected. For the correct thing. I think. No, wait. I think I know it. Left side's port, right side's starboard. The back is the stern. I think I got that.
Okay.
I think I got that.
Now that we got that cleared out. So Sonya comes off running off camera, bowls into Johnny Cage.
Yeah.
And Johnny Cage is just totally blindsided. He's like, all right, tough guy. Like I guess he assumed it was a man because everyone else on there at this time is a dude.
Sure.
And as he's like turning around to say it, to threaten, I guess he's like, you want to get tough?
Oh, did you say tough? Because I went with rough.
Oh, I thought
could be wrong.
Tough.
I could be wrong.
I heard tough.
All right, that's fair. I don't know if you noticed it, but his pause between get tough or rough,
right?
He fell in love with her right there. That's what I got out of that.
Well, I thought he paused. I think he had paused because he felt cold, hard steel underneath his chin as Sonya Blade was pointing a Glock up to his mouth, pretty much to his jaw, as he turns around.
It's a family show, so I'm not going to go any further.
and it could be that, he's also awestruck at the same time. Like he's getting mixed signals like, oh, my life's in danger, but there's this beautiful woman in front of me. I don't know what my brain does now.
You can obviously tell that he didn't feel threatened really at all.
No, nobody on that boat felt threatened.
No.
Like this woman has pulled a gun, a weapon, just out of nowhere.
And if you notice, she is very kind of a loose cannon, if you will. I was trying to look for a better word, but let's just go with loose cannon, because
she's determined.
If you know anything about gun safety or gun, handling a pistol, when you walk around with a gun, or in this case, barrel through people with a gun, you don't put your finger on the trigger.
Right, unless you prepare to fire.
Correct.
Yeah.
In this case, her finger was on the trigger the entire time.
yeah, that made me nervous for
Right.
Johnny.
And he was
oh
just
God.
like, get that gun out of my face, pretty much.
Right, exactly. And yeah, so Sonya's saying like, oh no, do you want to get tough or rough, I guess?
Yeah, maybe rough.
Or maybe rough. And yeah, just Johnny Cage is just totally nonchalant about the whole ordeal. Right. I guess he's thinking like, I get guns pointed at my face every single day. I go to work on the set. Like, how is this any different?
No big deal, right? Well, right? At that point, he then introduces himself. And as he does, that's when Sonya pretty much says, "Where's Kano?" Like, everyone knows who Kano is.
Exactly. Point. Like, I guess she's thinking she'll get lucky and somebody will finally be like, oh, you mean the guy with half his face missing?
Yeah, he's over there.
Yeah. He's in the stern. He's down below.
Oh, see, it's stern. See, now you got it.
I don't know. Now
that's the back of the boat.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Quick little side note, little side factoid here.
Hit me.
So we don't have any cars in this minute.
No cars.
But we do have one gun. And according to the Internet Movie Firearms Database, the gun that Sonya Blade has trained on Johnny Cage is a Glock 17L. Oh. This model Glock came out in 1988.
There you have it. Was it used by anyone else in any other movie? I'm putting you on the spot.
Oh, I have no clue.
That would have been good. All right, it's okay.
There's an entire list in the movie database. I just did not notice. I didn't take note of anything.
That's fair.
Any other one that was in. But there you go. Now we have two databases that we can pull from: the car movie database and the firearms movie database.
Love that. That is such a helpful tool, especially for what we're doing. This is such a helpful tool. But anyway, we digress. So when she asks where's Kano, Johnny Cage pretty much says, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, but then he says something like, but I'm sure I can help you find him, because he was just trying to be helpful because he fell in love. See, I'm going to keep going back to that.
So you say he's trying to be helpful. I think he is flirting.
Well, yes. Oh, of course. It's a good looking woman. And yeah, like I said, he kind of fell in love right there. That's
well, he's kind of he's in a way disarming her, almost literally, as he's slowly pushing the gun away from his face. Mm-hmm. So it's somewhat working, I guess. Yeah. Or maybe Sonya just is like, this guy isn't a threat.
That's fair. But the one thing I noticed, do you know what hand Sonya has the gun in?
Her left hand.
Left hand, right? So which is
she a lefty?
Not that I know of. I always in her stance, as far as the video game goes, she's a righty. So to see that kind of, I know that's such a weird detail, and I guess that's why we're doing this, right?
Right.
Like, she actually carries it in her right hand, like according to the Mortal Kombat Wikipedia, because that is a thing. She is a righty. I mean, if you play the game, you could see that her stance, her left foot is always forward, which means that she's a righty. So I see that, and it only tells me that, of course, the actor herself is a lefty. Bridget Wilson Sampras is a lefty,
right? So, or what I'm thinking now that I have a picture of this frame from this minute of the exact scene that you're talking about here, and I think just because the way that it's shot, she has to be cheating to the right.
I think you're right.
In order to be captured by the camera.
But if you go a little bit further, and we'll get to this. We'll get to this.
Okay. I see where you're going.
So once she pushes Cage to the side and like pushes him out of the way.
It's like, I have no time for romance. Get out of my way.
She's got a job to do. Like, get out of my way, pretty much, right? So but then of course, that's a good opportunity for Liu Kang to step in and kind of give Cage a little razz, because he knows. and what does he say? Just another starstruck fan, kind of taps him on the chest, like,
yep, like, ha.
Yeah.
I love, like, that's my favorite part of this minute, is like that little playful jab that he throws at Johnny Cage, like, and he's doing it with a smile on his face.
Oh, totally.
Like, hey,
yeah.
And then just walks off.
Well, because obviously, at one point, obviously in the last minute, that Johnny Cage thought that he was a worker. So, he's already kind of looking him as kind of a smart aleck type in this case.
Right. Exactly.
Well, as you can see, once he does that, he then, it looks like he's following Sonya. Like he kind of walks in that direction.
The same direction.
Yes. Yeah. But then the next scene kind of switches, and we see Sonya walking down a ladder and into this area, if you will.
Right. And I really like the transition shot here, because we are in, from the perspective of the camera, we're in whatever room that Sonya's about to come into, but we're looking through a window, a hole in a door or something.
Yeah.
As Sonya's coming down the ladder, and then she kicks open the door.
Yep.
And walks into this area.
And if you notice, she is carrying the gun in her left hand.
Hey, yeah. Okay. Now callback. Okay.
So there you have it. So that's why I wanted to get to that. So it looks like in this case, Sonya's a lefty when it comes to the movie, but as far as the actual history of Mortal Kombat, she is a righty. So it's just a little thing that we caught, but that means that she's probably a lefty in real life. Because that's her comfortable hand, I would imagine.
Well, I like it because I'm a lefty as well.
I am too. How about that?
Okay, well,
but I do everything else right.
Spanish.
Yeah, I do everything else right.
Yep.
Everything else. Did you get that?
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe too much information. All right, let's keep moving. So Sonya's like sweeping I think it's called the ship's hold.
The hull.
Right? The hull. The hold? Hull.
The hull. I'd say the hull. The ship's hull. Yeah.
And
hold.
I really like the tone being set in this scene, this area. I love the chains hanging down from the ceiling as the shot keeps getting wider and wider.
Yes.
And as more is being revealed, especially while I was rewatching this minute, I'm thinking, man, this could have been like a fighting arena, fighting stage in the Mortal Kombat games.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Is it? Are they? I know. I know you're able to fight in the hull of the Dragon Wing in like, I think it was a Deception.
Maybe, yeah. I think you're right about that.
One of those movies. But yeah, go ahead.
What actually kind of called out to me? Obviously, I play the video games probably more than you do, which we already know that. But there is a level in Mortal Kombat 2 actually, and it's called Deadpool. 2 words, not 1 word as the Marvel character, but no, it's called Deadpool. And what on each side of this bridge that you're fighting on is acid.
Yeah, pools of acid. You can actually knock the opponent into.
And there's chains hanging from the ceiling, just like that. So I'm thinking that it was just kind of paying homage towards the video game again.
Awesome. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
The only thing that makes me go, maybe not, is obviously that bridge is very short, and there's railing, which that was not in the Deadpool level. But in this case, I think there was just little details. That's where I got it.
And I mean, in hindsight, you do have to have safety regulations for the Ghost Crew on the Dragon Wing.
I guess,
quite honestly.
Why wouldn't you, right?
But I mean, when we get out to this wide shot, there are a couple of little details that I see aside from the chains hanging down. We have that rope railing.
Yep.
I notice on the left side there's some ornate like carving work on the I guess frame of the ship is what you would call it.
Yeah.
It's like one of the rib bones, I guess. Like I don't know what the technical term is, but of the ship.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has any significance. I couldn't recognize the pattern from anything in particular.
I couldn't recognize it either. Obviously, the only thing I could see is it's just, I think it's some kind of like Chinese kind of design. And that's really the only thing I can come up with. The thing that I saw that was more intriguing was which looked like a mask in front of it.
Yep. Yeah, I have that noted down as well. It looks like there's a mask on a barrel or something.
Yeah.
It's like, or maybe it could be maybe a shovel. It might actually be a shovel that's just standing up.
That could be
a short shovel.
That could be. Yeah. So I don't know. There was a few thoughts I had about it, but I couldn't really pinpoint anything.
Right. The shadows make it look like a mask or something. It looks like there are 2 eye holes and a nose, of course. So, but We'll never really know. I
We'll
guess.
never really know. But yeah. So anyway,
and as like Sonya's just continuing to make her way forward, clearing the room, there is some off-screen creaking sounds of wood, like somebody's walking on the floor trying to approach her. So she's whipping around trying to figure out where the sound's coming from, and then finally turns and then reveals Shang Tsung coming out of the shadows and introducing himself in a way.
Yeah,
he's saying it's an honor to finally meet you, Sonya. Shang Tsung at your service.
So, which means he knows who she is, you know, very, very. And then, of course, Sonya at the very end says, "I'm look." That's
like just cuts it off.
It just cuts it off. That's the end of her minute.
But
it also let me point out that also it really gives me, it cements the fact from the last minute that we were talking about that Kano walking on the ship wasn't Kano. That's I don't know.
Or Kano could just be in a different part of the ship.
That's fair,
right?
but we never knew that. So it's the only thing I could kind of like really pinpoint as far as that goes.
You're really going on this conspiracy theory that
with it.
Kano just doesn't exist at all.
I'm with it, man. I feel it. I feel it. I don't know.
Well,
no, I think he exists. He's just he's just already there.
He's just already on the island.
I think he's already there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, you pointed out that that Shang Tsung already knows who Sonya is.
Yeah.
Which then like that intrigues me because Sonya isn't too surprised by the fact that this total stranger that she's never met before knows who she is.
Right.
And apparently has been looking forward to meeting her for quite some time.
Yeah, as far as she knows, she just jumped on the boat because she was looking for someone. She didn't know that she was we'll get to that.
Yeah, she had a secret admirer of some sort.
But that's about all I had for this minute. I don't know if you had anything else.
Not for the end of the minute. I mean, like there was just one extra.
Yeah.
Just to backtrack a little bit at the beginning of the minute, in the background when Sonya and Johnny Cage like collide. And
the guy's laughing.
Yeah, the guy laughing back there. He has this cut off shirt, button up shirt, and these weightlifting gloves that are fingerless, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm about to see a woman beat up on a man with a gun or something." Like
yeah, some kind of like MMA gloves. I think
he's a pretty good looking guy. He's a pretty boy back there.
Pretty boy, yeah.
Just standing back there, just
open shirt,
spectating.
Yeah, open shirt, has everything just falling out.
But anyway, I thought I saw him like later in the movie in some other pivotal scenes, but now thinking back and reanalyzing these minutes, they may be different. But anyway,
that's fair.
We'll come to that time when we get there.
Cool.
In the future. But that's all I have for this minute.
Me as well.
All right. Well, thanks so much again for listening. That wraps it up here. And once again, I'm Phil Casper.
I'm Spanish.
And we'll see you next time on the Mortal Kombat Minute.